what is Spring Awakening? Spring Awakening is the German dramatist Frank Wedekind's first major and seminal work in the modern history of theater. It premiered in 1906 and it carries the subtitle A Children's Tragedy. The play criticizes the sexually oppressive culture in 19th century Germany and offers a vivid dramatization of the erotic fantasies that it breeds. Due to the controversial subject matter, which includes puberty, sexuality, rape, child abuse, homosexuality, suicide, and abortion, the play has often been banned or censored. Now to introduce the characters of Spring Awakening. First off, Melchior, a 14-year-old boy. Melchior is an atheist who, unlike the other children, knows about the sexual reproduction. He writes his best friend, Moritz, an essay about sexual intercourse, which gets him expelled from school after the suicide of his friend and the discovery of the essay. Now to move on to the other character, Moritz, Melchior's best friend and classmate, a student who is traumatized by puberty and his sexual awakenings. Moritz does not understand the stirrings of manhood. Moving on to the women. Wendla, a girl who turns 14 at the beginning of the play, she begs her mother to tell her the truth about how babies are born, but is never given sufficient facts. Frau, Wendla's mother, who seems to not want her child to grow up too quickly and refuses to tell her daughter the truth about reproduction and sexuality. And now to move on to the last character, Ilse, a carefree and promiscuous childhood friend of Moritz, Melchior, and Wendla. She ran away from home to live a bohemian life as a model and lover of various painters.
A question, by the way?
Well,
You answer?
naturally.
Wait,
My hand on it. Now, Maurice.
have you written your composition yet?
Speak only from your heart. Nobody sees or hears us here.
Children will have to work all day long in the yard or garden, or find their amusement in games which are combined with physical exercise. They must ride, do gymnastics, climb, and above all things, must not sleep as soft as we do, grow weakened so frightfully. I believe one would not sleep if one slept harder.
From now until I shall only sleep on my hammock. I have shoved my bag to the stove. It is a folding one. Last winter, I dreamed that I flogged a Lolo until he couldn't move a limb. That was the most gruesome dream I've ever had. Why do you look at me so strangely?
Have you experienced it yet?
What?
How they say that?
Manhood's emotion?
Mm-hmm.
Certainly.
I also...
I've known that for a long while. Almost for a year.
I was startled as if by lightning.
Did you dream?
Only for a little while, of legs in light blue tights that strolled over the teacher's desk. To be correct, I thought they wanted to go over it. I only saw them for instance.
George Sturchness dreamed of his mother.
Did they tell you that?
Out there on the gallows road.
If you only knew what I have endured since that night.
Qualms of conscience?
Qualms of conscience? That anguish of death.
Good lord.
I've never been beaten in my life, not a single time. I can hardly imagine what it feels like. I've even been beaten myself a couple times. To see what it feels like in the heart, it must be an gruesome feeling.
I don't believe a child is better for it.
Better for what?
For being beaten.
This switch, for instance, it's tough and thin.
That would draw blood.
Would you like to beat me with it?
Who? What's the matter with you, Wendla?
What might happen?
Oh, be quiet. I won't beat you.
Not if I allow you? Not even if I ask you, Melchior?
Are you out of your senses?
What might happen?
If you can ask for such a thing.
Please, please?
So have I, mother dear, so have I. It's a sad thing about my understanding. I have a sister who's been married for 2.5 years. I myself have been made an aunt for the 3rd time, and I haven't the least idea how it all comes about. Don't be cross, mother dear, don't be cross. Whom in the world should I ask but you? Please tell me, dear mother. Tell me, dear mother. I'm ashamed for myself. Please, mother, speak. Don't scold me for asking you about it. Give me an answer. How does it happen? How does it all come about? You cannot really deceive yourself that I, who am 14 years old, still believe in Dork.
Good Lord, child. But you are peculiar. What ideas you have. I really can't do that.
But why not, Mother? Why not? It can't be anything ugly if everybody's delighted by it.
Oh, God, protect me. I deserve. Go get dressed, child. Go get dressed.
I'll go. And suppose your child went and asked the chimney sweep?
But that would be madness. Come here, my child. I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. Almighty goodness. Only not today. Tomorrow. The next day. Next week. Anytime you want. Dear heart.
Tell me today, Mother. Tell me now. Right now. Now that I have seen you so frightened, I can never be peaceful until you do.
I can't do it, Wendla.
Oh, why not, Mother dear? I will kneel here at your feet and lay my head on your lap. You can't cover my head with your apron and talk as if you were entirely alone in the room. I won't move. I won't cry. I will hear all patiently, no matter what may come.
Heaven knows, Wendla, that I'm not to blame. Heaven knows it. Come here in God's name. I will tell you, child, how you came into this world. Listen to me, Wendla.
I'm listening.
But it's no use, child. I can't justify it. I deserve to be put in prison to have you taken from me.
Take heart, Mother.
Listen then.
Oh God.
In order to have a child, do you understand me, Wendla?
Quick, Mother, I can't stand this any longer.
In order to have a child, one must have love for the man to whom one is married. Love him, I tell you, as one can only love a man. One must love him so much with one's whole heart, so that one can't describe it. One must know him, Wendla. As you at your age are still unable to know love. Now you know it.
Great God in heaven!
Well, now you know the ordeal that awaits you.
Yusa,
What have you lost?
why did you frighten me so?
Why are you hunting?
Why did you frighten me so fearfully?
What are you hunting? Where have you been?
I don't know what I've lost.
The seeking won't help you.
Sacrament.
I haven't been home for 4 days.
Restless as a cat.
Because I have on my dancing slippers, Mother will make eyes. Come to our house with me.
Where have you been showing again?
With the Priya,
Priya?
with Noel, with Bendor, with Padinsky, with Lenz, Ring, Spieler, with all of them possible. Cling. Things are lively.
Mason, and I was the narrator of Spring Awakening. What I liked about this whole experience was filming the play and getting to experience everything and watching everyone else act throughout the play.
Hi, this is Sharon. I had a great time being part of this play. I was Wendla's mother in the play. Her name's Frau, and I love playing her character just because she is just so uptight and so strict and does not want her daughter to know a lot about sexuality and puberty as she's going through changes. So I really liked playing her character, and the video editing process was a little tedious, but it worked out great, and my group members were really great. They were just amazing to work with.
My name is Kenny. I took the role of Maurice, and because it's a German play, we met a lot of obstacles because of the German words and the German names. But overall, it's a fun recording process, and we got a project done. So, good job.
I'm Megan. I played Elsa, and what I liked about Spring Awakening was how each little act or scene was really relatable to any type of person.
Mohammed, I played the character of Melchior, who knew a lot about sexual reproduction. I liked the play because we had a lot of scenes we can shoot on campus, and the sets worked out perfectly.
Hi, I'm Vanessa, and I played Wendla from Spring Awakening, and I thought the group project was pretty successful this time because we worked together as a team and we collaborated, whereas other groups do PowerPoints and they communicate behind a screen with computers. I just think it was a lot easier and a lot more personal, so I'm glad we did it that way.
I played the play.
You played the play. Okay.
Play the character.
What I liked about Spring Awakening was the whole filming.
You hunting here?
Why did you frighten me so? Sacrament.
You didn't do the right line.
Not Clark. I have never been beaten. Not a single time. I can.
Are done.